Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today I have come up with another topic related to Python. So I will explain 5 Python books for beginners. But before explaining what are all those books, I know that in today's world people want to go through the YouTube channels or online courses rather than books. But I would suggest like I mean instead of choosing one, we can have combination of both, like learn from the online courses and then have your book for a reference, right? So that if there is some topic, some chapters or some kind of code snippet that you want to see or you want to refer any kind of concepts, so it will come handy. So both are good, but I will be explaining those 5 books today. So the first one is Learning Python. Well, the latest version is 5th edition, but it is still a little old because it was last published in 2013. And I remember I learned from the 4th edition. This book has very good content if you want to learn from the basics and you want to learn everything in detail. So let's go through the table of contents and understand like why I'm saying like this should be your first book if you have enough time. For example, you are in a college or uh, you know you want to learn your first language with a passion, so this can be a good book to start with. So here is the table of contents for learning Python. You see the first section covers the core language, which says why Python and where exactly you use Python, how to run the Python program, and then all the basics like types and operators, strings, list, dictionaries, tuples, files, and what are all the basic statements, what are the loops, functions, different kind of built-in functions, and then how to write modules, classes, inheritance, objects, like file handling, and then exceptions. So there are many things, and once you know all these basics, now let's see what are all the built-in tools that you can use, right? What are the built-in functions, what are the library modules for different purposes like date time, URL manipulation, regular expression, and what are the common tasks that you can do. I mean, this will give you an idea like once you know the basics of Python, what are the common tasks that you can do in a real world. So this is a very good book to understand overall economy of Python. Now let's go back to the second book. So the second book in my list is Learn Python 3 the Hard Way. Well, it's almost new, and it was published in January 2017. Good thing about this book is it's written in a very simple way, a very interactive way, and from the beginning itself, it gives you some tasks to do while learning the basics. So let's see the table of contents to understand why it is in my list. Yeah, so this is the table of content of the book Learn Python 3 the Hard Way. Now you see the first thing is okay, the setup, whichever OS you are using, the proper setup is there, and then write a first program, and there are some study drills about that, and concepts will be in a very concise manner so that you have to give proper attention. And what I liked most in this book is common student questions, and the other section deals with like what you know, what you learned from this book, and what if you can do more. So that is good about it. And other than that, it is dealing with all the basic concepts what was there in Learning Python book. So but the only thing here is it will be explaining in a example way and in interactive way, so you can choose any of these books to learn or start learning Python. Let's go back to the third book for beginners. So the third book for the beginner is Python Crash Course, and this book was published in May 2019. And if you are in hurry or still you want to learn all the basic concepts with a proper example set, and you don't want to spend 2 to 3 months, rather in a month itself you want to learn Python with a proper hands-on, and you want to start some project, then this book could be a very good book. And these 3 books are for the total beginners, or you have already learned something in Python and you want to again either revise, or you want to know like okay what I missed so far. So it's always good to revise and see the things in a quick manner, like what are the concepts you can learn again. Right, so let's go and see the table of contents of this book. So this is the table of content of this book, and out of these three books, if I am in hurry and I want to learn Python and I already know some basics of other programming languages like maybe C or C++ or anything, then I would choose this book over those two books. But that doesn't mean like those books are not good. All these three books are very good for beginners. You can choose any of this book. You can keep any of this book in your bookshelf for reference. So this also deals with all the basic concepts, right? So every book deals with basic concepts with their own example set and other thing. And then the good thing about this book is it also shows you like what are the different projects you can do once you are familiar with basic concepts. Like now implement everything what you have learned so far as a project. So these three are very good projects to understand how you can use Python in web application or data visualization or a kind of small gaming um, scripts. So I'm also planning to create another video to explain like what are the 10 different unique project ideas that you can do once you are done with the Python basics. So if you are interested, please let me know in a comment and I will create another video for top 10 projects that you can do after learning Python basics. Now let's go. Now let's see what are all the other two books that you can keep as a reference to yourself. Even now your Python basics is done. So what are the other things that you can do like this project ideas, right? So there will be so many things that you need to do once you are even good with the basics. So let's go towards the fourth book, and the fourth book is Python Cookbook. Now, Python Cookbook is something when you are already familiar with Python, like you chose any of these three books, and now you say like you are very good with Python. You can run your program in a command line or through editor. So now you want to understand like, okay, what are all the challenges that you are facing? Like, okay, I want to take the user input. I want to typecast the integer. There are lots of file handling related things, like I want to read the binary file, right? I want to write into an Excel sheet. So those kind of small things comes into your mind. So this book actually covers these things from the first chapter itself. Okay, so now let's go to our last book, but very interesting book again. So last but not the least, this is one of my favorite book, and when I was trying to do some automation in AWS or in my cybersecurity projects, so this book also helped me to understand like what are all the things that you can automate using Python. So let's go and see the contents of this book. So that will give you a brief over idea like why I am suggesting this book. Once you are done with your basics, then what are all the different things that you can learn from this book. So now you see the content of this book. It also deals with all the basics first, and after that it is telling you what are all the automation things that you can do using Python. Like you can do web scraping. So for example, you want to know Alexa ranking of a website. So I have already explained this concept like of web scraping using the example of get Alexa ranking of a website using Python. If you have not gone through this as of now, I will recommend you to go through this to understand how web scraping works. What are the minimal prerequisites that you have to figure out before writing your code for web scraping, and then I have explained my web scraping code line by line. So there are many other like you would be dealing with Excel sheet or Google spreadsheet, or of course you will deal with PDF Word documents, JSON data, or something like you are going to scheduling some task, you are going to launch some program, you want to send an email, you want to manipulate the image, you want to like resize the image or cut something from there, crop something from there. So how you can control your keyboard mouse with GUI automation. So all these things are there, which will give you a brief idea like you can do almost any kind of automation using Python. So now once you are done with the basics of Python and you know like different recipes, you are familiar with those kind of code snippets, even you are now familiar like, okay, what are all the automation tasks I can do. So what are the next thing? So now the next thing is once you are good with Python now, you can go and look for Python for web development books or tutorials. The same way you can look for Python for data science or Python for AI ML, Python for cyber security, Python for DevOps or Python for AWS. Now, if you want me to make another video either on what are all the different projects that you can do on web development, data science, cyber security, AWS using Python, or what are the different books that you can refer for any of these things, so please write in a comment and I will try to make a video as soon as possible. So you can again follow FlexMind in different social channels. You can follow me as well in different social channels. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Please let me know if this video was helpful for you and you learned something. I would encourage to comment your feedback so that it will encourage me to create more videos like this.